Hey guys, I'm Dallin. I'm here with Rich, Thomas, Seth, and Lou. We're going to be talking about the Rudder GT coming up December 7th and 8th. So let's get talking with each of them and see what they have to say. I'm here with Seth and Thomas. These are the tournament organizers of the Rudder GT. And this year, you guys are doing it at Game Grid, which is where we're at now.
Yep.
Do you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about the tournament this year?
Yeah, this will be our third year running it. Last year we had really surprising great GT numbers. We are selling 60 tickets this year. We're hoping to hit that major number. If we sell out well in advance of the tournament, we will be extending the size of the tournament. We believe that Game Grid here in Lehigh can host up to 80 players at once.
Wow.
It might be a little tight, but we're going to get it working.
Well, and, there's enough headroom. You can't see it in the shop, but there's tons of feet up here. So even if we pack 80 people in here, it's not going to get sweaty.
And they just put in a new air conditioning system that works really well. I'm a little cold right now. Skinny guy, a little cold right now.
Yeah.
he's perfect.
Not to mention December 7th and 8th. So
yep.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be a good date to do it. So we're looking forward to it. Check us out on the BCP app. We're up there, and you can there's a link to purchase your tickets there. We got a Facebook page going, and all the things.
Perfect.
So,
all right. What would you say to anyone who's hesitant in going, but maybe needs a little push?
We are already the largest event in Utah. We're growing. We're bringing together, hopefully, not only the different Utah communities, but also Boise community coming down, Eastern Idaho. Hopefully, we get a few more people from. And then also Vegas. We're hoping to bring up a bunch of people from Vegas and kind of maybe have an Intermountain tournament that's kind of get some good numbers.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know Captain Aaron has come down with the people up in Idaho. I had the pleasure of playing him. He's a great guy, so he'll be there, it sounds like.
Awesome. Yeah, he runs the Boise GT. He's a great guy.
Awesome.
Last year, our winner was from Boise. So.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And then also, we've got some MDF terrain, and I guess most of your tables feature this MDF type terrain.
All of our terrain comes from the older Frontline line, and we have done substantial changes to it so that we are at the point where all of our terrain plays without the general ITC line of sight blocking on the bottom floor. We don't play with that rule at all because our terrain is all made to be what you see is what you get. So it's a bit of a different play experience than a lot of tournaments have. And I would say that we also provide a good set of terrain that, we have a spectrum, but you're not going to be bowling balled.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you have anything else that you want to say or talk about?
No, just come out. Hopefully everyone can get out here, have a good time. If it's your first tournament, it's a great tournament. There's lots of friendly faces, so no reason not to come. So it'll be a good 2 days of gaming.
Yeah, and right there at the end of the season, too, considering the season ends right at the end of, or right at the beginning of February. So, we're comfortably good 3 weeks before Christmas time, 2-3 weeks before Christmas time, and I think it's going to be great.
Nice.
Yeah, excited for a great third year. Hopefully make a great fourth year next year as well. So.
Nice, me too, I can't wait.
Sick.
Okay, thanks guys.
Yep.
So I'm here with Rich Kilton, the war boss himself.
The old war boss.
The old war boss. So you've been Best General for 2 years in a row in the ITC.
No,
right?
actually, that's not accurate. There's a guy who passed me last year. I was the year before, but Steve Pamprine passed me last year. But I'm on top. Well, we'll see. This year's going to be close.
So the old war boss, how long have you been playing then?
I've been playing Orc since about 91. I love when I can take a model and I'm playing somebody and I go, this model's probably older than you, which happens pretty frequently.
That's awesome.
I still run some of my old first edition Grots in my army.
That's great.
Yeah.
Why do you love going to the Rudder GT?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's a great atmosphere.
This model's probably older than you.
See? And Bruce is way older than you. The Rudder's great. It's a great atmosphere. The terrain is one of the things. Thomas has put a lot of work into the terrain. Thomas and Seth both, and so you don't have any question about what you can see. You don't even have to play the line of sight blocking on the bottom because everything is blocked out. So yeah, the terrain's great. Great people. I've had wonderful experiences and a lot of fun. I actually bring my nephew, who's autistic, to the Rudder because it's such a chill atmosphere that he can play there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
It's great. Orcs are the best. Just if anybody has any questions, That's real.
Orcs is it.
Orcs is it.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been playing orcs since the beginning, and of course over the years you get other armies, but orcs are the real
Orcs
deal.
is where it's at. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say or share?
No, come to the Rudder. It's great. It'll be a lot of fun. I hope to
right.
see you there.
Okay, you heard it from Rich. Be there.
Thanks, guys.
So now I'm here with Lou Rollins. Lou, tell me about yourself. You are the top hobby track of last year. How did that go?
So last year, painting and playing, going to all the ITC tournaments and stuff like that. About halfway through the year, my teammate Thomas Hank Stromoki was like, "Dude, you might be in the running for hobby track." And I was like, "Okay." Didn't realize it. Looked at the scores online, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in the running for it." And so I decided if I was going to go, I was going to bring my A game, right? And so I came up with a design for a display board and put that together. And to my surprise and pleasure, I was able to bring the championship trophy home. And so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that display board is so cool. Like, tell me, what's your favorite highlights about it?
Well, first off, I've always been one where I felt like having painted miniatures on the table is important because it adds to the narrative of the game, right? And so I wanted to kind of help promote that a little bit. And so I thought, if I'm going to bring something cool that's engaging that people can talk about and see and kind of get the creative juices flowing, that's what I wanted to do. And so in talking to some of my teammates, again, like Rich Kilton and Thomas and Dave Johnson and some of the others, I was like, what would be cool? And so they gave me some ideas, and then after going to the SoCal Open last spring and kind of seeing some other things that were out there, I had an idea of doing a fortress monastery. And so did some, some initial concept artwork to get an idea of what it was going to look at, and then got into the build. And 87 hours later, that's
only 87 hours.
That's what we came up with. And so, but it was, the thing that was really neat about it is after I was done, it was such a thrilling thing to have it completed. That was a victory in and of itself.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And so, I was just excited that, I actually put that together. I actually built that, right? And being at the LVO and having it there on display next to the tables where I'm rolling dice and playing games, people were constantly coming by, "Hey, can I take a picture of that?" And listening to them talk about the things that they wanted to do in their army with their own hobby was hands down the best experience. Just seeing how it was impacting other people and getting them excited about their builds and stuff was really, really cool.
That's awesome. What's your most favorite thing about the Rudder GT then this December?
It's been growing now for a couple of years, so I think this is our third or fourth year. I can't remember for sure, but it's starting to pull people from out of state in the western part of the United States. We're getting some really, really top level competitive players to come, and it's just cool to see validation, if you will, for our community here in Utah. Clear back in 2000, I did a similar type of a tournament. And even back then, I just kind of had a feeling that a lot of our Utah players were top-level players. And, this last year in particular, we've seen that manifested again at the Boise Cup. I think we took every top award that there was, including sportsmanship. And that's really, I think, one of the preeminent themes about the Rudder and the GT is that it really promotes not just top-level competitive play, Dallin, but also top-level sportsmanship as well. And so when people come to the Rudder GT, they'll have a great experience. They'll experience high-level competitive play, but they'll experience high-level competitive play with gentlemen scholars who really know their game, but they're just fun guys to play with, right, and to roll dice with. And I think that's probably the thing that I think distinguishes it from a lot of the other tournaments that are out there.
What would you say to anyone who is looking to come and maybe is hesitant?
Don't be hesitant about coming out. A lot of the players that are there are just really good at encouraging play during the game. I remember one of the tournaments about a year ago, it was Thomas actually that was looking at me and he was like, "Hey, that's an assault weapon, right?" And it was like the light bulb went off. I was like, "Oh yeah, I can advance and shoot," right? And so just being good competitive players while being kind and courteous towards your opponent as well, so they have a good experience and they have a good game. So if anybody's thinking about, do I really want to come to it, just come out. Come out, have a good time, meet some great players, have a great weekend, get away, and Utah's a beautiful place.
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful place.
Cool, thanks Lou.
You betcha.
Have a good one.
Okay, thanks.